Hi, this is Irv from Software for Healthcare. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the ICD-10's in DocPro. So this is for users of DocPro. Before you start this video, please be sure that you've watched this Prepare Now video, which is ICD-10's, which explains the ICD-10 system and explains how the coding is formatted. And also watch the new CMS 1500 form, plain and simple. That shows what the differences are in the old form and the new form, and it kind of sets the background so you'll know, be ready for seeing the ICD-10's on that new form. And then do this one, How to CMS 1500s, which really will go into quite a bit on where the ICD-10 codes go. The new form is a little bit, sort of tied in with ICD-10, so you really want to know about the new form before you get here. So let's go ahead and just talk about ICD-10's in DocPro. Once you've seen those other three videos, you'll know quite a bit about ICD-10's, but now we just want to let you, again, show you how to work with them, which we already did in the CMS 1500 how-to, but this will be a little more detailed. So in your ledger screen in DocPro, one of the places to look at diagnoses is up here at View Diagnoses. If you click that on a particular patient, it'll show you any diagnoses that are in for that patient. This patient happens to have just this one, came in on 12/31. Here is an ICD-10. If you watch the other presentations, you know how that formatting works. This is the ICD-9 that goes with it, and then this would just be the description. So that's one place you see them. And also, once you're here, you can edit right from here. When you edit, it lets you come in and change the diagnoses for that date. And once you can click on that little upside-down triangle, and you can see a list of diagnoses. Now, in this system, we already have ICD-10's in here. There's a whole bunch of them. We have the most common ones used for physical therapy and chiropractic, but any others can easily be added. And I'm going to show you the process for how to add them. By the way, when you're looking at these lookups, you can also click in the top columns here. This is sorting by lookup by the lookup codes over here. If you want to sort by ICD-10's, which may or may not be the same, you can come in here. And also you can look at them by ICD-9's. Okay, and once you click, then you can just start typing. So if you want like a 739, it's going to key off of this column here. So that's really handy. Now if you notice, it's putting in ICD-10's because I've set it up that way. Now you can have up to 12 ICD-10's or even ICD-9's on after April 1st, but mostly you'll be using multiple ICD-10's. And I'm gonna put in probably 5 right here just for the fun of it. Let's just go ahead and get those in. So this visit, the patient's gonna have 5 to choose from, or 6. Let's just say one more. Then we can say yes and then yes. Now, of course, from here you can add or delete diagnoses also. Another thing is when you go to do a charge, let's say you did a let's just say a 97710. When you get over to pointers here, you're going to see your diagnoses if you have them in, or if you don't have them in, you can put them in. And you're going to have pointers that you can set. So you can say, well, actually in this case, diagnosis number 2, or let's say 2, this one, was the cause of this treatment. Okay, so that's how the pointers work. Once you get to the new form, instead of a 2, you can put a B. So A, B, C, D through L, A, B, C, D. And you can see right here, once you're in here, you can click and you can go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay, so we covered that in the CMS form, so I'm just going to put this back and just say that's the way that is. So let's go up to the code table, which is from the main menu. I'm going to go to 8, and then I'm going to go to 4. The thing you want to know up here is, let's just put in a new code and keep it simple, okay? Let's say I wanted to put in an S1234. Now that's, that's the new ICD-10 format. I'm not going to go over that because we've already done it in the other 3 videos. But I'd set that. Now I could start using the ICD-10's, and I recommend you start using the ICD-10's now, and because they'll print the ICD-9's until October when you switch your system, and that way you'll have lots of time to sort of gradually work your way into them. So the ICD-10 base code, you want that to be the same as the lookup code up top. Now ICD-10s can have suffixes. His, for example, right, left is one of the suffixes, but there's other suffixes besides these. We just call them other for right now. But let's call this one right, left. So say we had, it can be 1, 2, or a 9. That is actually one set that they have. Here's the other one, can be ADS. That's one of the valid sets as well. This can be ADS, which really means initial treatment, subsequent treatment, or what they call sequela, which means ongoing treatments. Now you'll have your ICD-10 description here, and I'm not going to put it in, but we already did copy and paste a bunch in, and also I showed you a website on the other videos that you can go to and look up ICD-10's. Let's just say description goes here. Okay. Now you could have an ICD-9, 999.9.0, and then the ICD-9 description goes here. Okay. Now you could enter a code that way, and the provider could choose the S12. Let's keep that code. And then when you do a find, if you did the find S12, here's the code we just did. Okay, we can double click and bring that in. Now that would be for some type of injury or diagnosis, and it's in. That's really all there is to it. Now, the other videos will help you understand this coding because it's a little bit tricky. You don't always have suffixes. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. You can have one suffix sometimes, and other times you can have 2 suffixes. But let's go over to the ledger now, and let's just say, okay, we're going to find a new patient, and let's do a new charge on this patient. And we'll just come up with a code. And when we get over here, now we don't have any diagnoses. Let's do that S12.34. No, we didn't get that right. It's been a long, hard day. Okay. Well, the reason, because it requires suffixes. That's why. So you've got to double click it, and then you've got to tell it whether it's left or right. We're going to say it's right, and then we got to say initial, subsequent. We'll say it's the second visit just to be fun. Okay, so that's a valid code. The other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, is not a valid code. So that's in. Now, to print a ICD-10, basically, you need to set the plan. In this case, we have a Medicaid plan, so let's go ahead, and this is a tricky place. Let's go into walkouts, go to formats, and most of you won't know this is here because it's kind of hiding. We're going to do insurance, and then we can modify. And up here in the form control codes for Medicaid, we can put at ICD-10. And now Medicaid is going to print ICD-10's. Okay, there's a way to set it for all plans. Okay, so they all use ICD-10's, but for right now we're just going to stick with Medicaid. Now if we do a walkout on this patient and we do a HCFA override, now I'm going to set this to the new CMS2 form, which is in the other video that explains it. After April, we'll have this set up so it defaults to CMS2. But we'll keep that and we'll try printing it. And of course, there's no chart, so it doesn't like us, so it's not going to do it. So you know what? We're going to go to screen 1, and we're going to do an insurance chart. How's that? And then we're going to get out of here, go out of here, go back to 2, and now I'm going to do a walkout HCFA. Keep that, and no, we got to do a walkout HCFA modify, go to CMS2, and then we can keep that, and then we can go to the screen, and there it is. That's fantastic. Now, there's one error here, by the way. I got to fix that. I don't know why that happened. Maybe I think that is an error because that should be a 0 instead of a 9. This is a ICD-10. And this is the A that says now A is what they use instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also covered in your CMS tutorial, CMS 1500, the how-to. So again, watch those other 3, and there's a lot of information in them. And then when you get here, it'll be straightforward, and I'll have this problem fixed. We still have 9 months to get this fixed, okay? But it's all working, and that's the first time I noticed that, so that'll make me honest, okay? So that's all I really need to tell you on ICD-10's. Again, if you watch the other 3 videos, you'll find out how they all work. I think it really covers the whole thing pretty well. Okay, so let's just say that that's going to be the end of that for now, and I want to say just goodbye and have a great day. Thank you.